And, you know, I love Fruity. I love rooting for him, but also I love now that he's having some failures because, you know, if he'll take the stabs at me when I'm down as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, hey, you got to defend yourself. Well, I'll let you boys get into it. Have a good series and see you here soon.
Thank you, Smelly.
Oh, thanks, Smells. It's first time again on stream with Smelly, and the last time too. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing him anymore. But we also won't...
He's been phenomenal. Yeah. He's been phenomenal.
What a guy! I love him. He's also super passionate about Rocket League and always has been. So it's good to see him getting his toes dipped into the casting and K-Dot. Oh, this is about as free as it gets, CJ.
Look, I mean, I said K-Dot get the last goal. Didn't also think he'd get the first goal there. Stake, probably just not expecting that to just go straight through his teammate there, and giving up an easy goal against, you know, when you're playing Vitality is not what you want to do, Yummy. For Giants to win this, they really need to be just as strong on defense as they were last series. Right now, they're crumbling a little bit on it early in game number 1.
And last series, of course, we saw CJCJ talking about carrot cake. So I needed to ask, what's your favorite type of cheesecake?
The normal one.
Oh no, he's clearly just making it up off the spot.
No, I like the.
I'm sorry,
one,
chat.
like vanilla, normal. I don't know if it's vanilla. It's just normal.
Well, there's like multiple types of even. There's like New York
just
style,
normal.
and then okay, normal cheesecake.
Yeah,
it's because I'm pretty vanilla myself, and so normal cheesecake reminds you of me, right?
100%. But this might be open again. Very Peak does put that one away. Vitality get their second goal on the board. Yummy. Where is this defense trying a little bit too hard for that infield pass?
Yeah, and this is what we sort of thought about Giants, that they might over-aggress. Vitality very good at that sort of goal line defense that will punish you if you push too hard. And Vitality probably have a lot to make up for as well from that Dignitas series where they were just inches away from winning.
100%. They're going to be angry. Our 54 does get a triple touch. Zamway does dribble that one away, but this might be open again. Itachi does get it. Fairy Peak gets the dunk. Vitality are all over this Giants defense right now.
Honestly, you're the best play-by-play commentator in the world. I'm getting hyped right now, CJ.
Really?
Remember, guys, you know, he's still not retired yet from pro play, and he's already casting as well. Imagine in what is it, 3 months, 4 months time, when Worlds is finally coming round and he hasn't qualified. Imagine how good of a caster he'll be by then.
Yeah, look, I don't know if I'm going to get rehired after talking about carrot cake for 15 minutes straight. But anyway, Vitality, they're looking strong, Yummy. They're looking good. That bump might be huge. Doesn't quite get it on Fairy Peak. Our 54 in just a place that he loves here. He doesn't quite get the dunk. But isn't that scary? I'd hate to be in stake situation there. You're one-on-one with our 54 and he's trying to get a bump on you.
Giants actually having a chance here with the boost advantage, and Zamway was in the wing waiting for it. But again, Vitality, their intercepts have been on board. Again, K-Dop shuts down another passing play. And Vodafone Giants just can't really get anything going here.
I like that from Itachi, deciding to take it back, grab that corner boost, and just control the game a little bit. Perhaps that's what the Vodafone Giants need. They need a settler because all the goals have come from pretty much open nets, over-aggressing a little bit too much. And that first goal was just, you know, they probably don't want to talk about it. But right now, there's 2 minutes. There's still heaps of time right now. Our 54 is just going to have an open net. Doesn't quite get it. And the dunk does come out from Zamway. Now it's down the other end. Could be a redirect. Is on. Bang! Zamway, great defense from the Giants and a quick counter-attack. Gets that 1 goal back.
And this is so difficult to read. Zamway's touch, impeccable. And that is the goal that they needed. They've been touching for a goal for a while now, or titching for a goal for a while now, and they've got their first one on the board.
Yeah, no, very good. Not that good. Anyway, minute 53 left
bad.
right now. Yeah, it wasn't great. Anyway,
listen, I've had some real bad ones, but that one probably takes the cheesecake.
So Vitality now, one goal up here, a minute 40 left on the clock. Vodafone Giants looking to get back into this. And I just, yeah, as you said, I love that touch from Zamway. And you would have called it a doink, Yummy, but he did actually flip, and that isn't a doink. And I'm very angry that you think a doink involves a flip, but I'm sure you've thought about it and you've recognized your mistake, so we can move on from that.
Yeah, thanks for helping us move on. You know, Stumpy was really mean to me, and I remember he came off the last cast and he said, man, I prefer casting with you over anybody else, especially Cole, which granted doesn't say too much. But he said that, and then all of a sudden, seconds later, you influence him. You know, you start getting in the bites. You know, you're just a mean guy, aren't you, CJ?
Absolutely. Everyone needs a little bit of a bad cop every now and then. And
I'm meant to be the bad cop.
Yeah, you've got to bad cop the bad cop sometimes just to keep them in their place. But anyway, Vitality, they're 3-1 up now. There's a minute left. Vodafone Giants, you know, I said time isn't an issue. Now it is. 2 goals down with 58 seconds. They need something. And a little double whiff, a rare little double whiff from both sides there isn't going to help Giants' chances. However, Itachi, he has a chance, Yummy. He's off the wall. He doesn't get the flip reset or the dunk. And that should be taken out by Vitality.
Giants right now, they're looking like ogres. Ugly play in front of that net. They haven't been able to string together multiple touches just yet, and that will go back into their own half. K-Dop on fire.
Beautiful little touch here. Have a look at this from Alpha. How does he find K-Dop? That is actually beautiful there. Zamway is literally backwards. Can't quite get the save. K-Dop does put that one away. That is just all Alpha 54, Yummy. That is a superb pass.
This is the beginning of the lower bracket final. And already Renault Vitality's putting their stamp on the competition, looking to get in that grand final and a rematch against Dignitas, of which Dignitas actually do have a bracket reset as well. So if you're Vitality, you're probably happy to get this 4-1 and most importantly, try and get a 4-0 on the entire series so that you can get into that grand final and win 2 series in a row.
Oh, Skimmers coming out left, right and center here from the Vodafone Giants. Can't quite get it though. Vitality should take this one 3-1. Might get another goal on the board, however. And I mean, I was hoping it was going to be closer than this game number 1, particularly because we saw Vodafone Giants just play a series, Yummy. They played a series, and not only did they win, they pretty much dominated Guild. And you would have thought that at least if Vodafone Giants were going to win, they'd win game number 1. So the fact that Vitality have come out looking this strong after dropping down from the winners bracket, which usually means you lose because you don't have the momentum. They are looking so strong, and right now it's looking scary for Giants.
Well, they did get a chance of having a break Vitality as well, so the confidence to go up to that upper bracket final, a Game 7 overtime, maybe they're thinking, okay, well, yeah, we still played well. We played well enough to win, just didn't quite execute maybe. So I wouldn't put it against Vitality at all to not be coming in with momentum of their own. But Giants just look so flat. They're so used to being incredibly fast, in your face, getting demos, getting bumps, and following up each other's touches so well that it just feels like it's getting shut down with a single intercept from Vitality or just a single miss coming out from Giants in attack.
100%. They look pretty much deflated. I mean, and particularly for a team that is so aggressive and really want to, you know, back their speed in. When you do get beaten a couple times to the ball in like big moments, it sort of flattens your confidence a little bit. And that's what we saw pretty early on there from Giants. I mean, they got outpaced a couple of times. They left a few open nets, and then they sort of went a little bit more reserved. And that's when Vitality just pushed up the field with their pressure, with their field presence, and they really, you know, took that game out very strongly in the end. So Giants, they probably need to still back themselves in. They had, you know, as you said, they were flat. They had a rough start. They need to forget about it and move on. And that's what Itachi's doing, opening it up 1-0 now.
Great start here for the Giants. A bit of a mistake coming out from Vitality and a double commit as well. But a kickoff goal, maybe the confidence they need. And I do think Giants are a team that play better when they have that goal up.
100%. And the Giants, they can really steamroll. They're a confidence team. It's clear to see when the chips are going their way, when their hands are going their way, they're loving it. So right now, it's great to get an early goal. It's pretty much exactly what we saw, Yummy, in game number 1, but for the other team.
And CJ, you keep giving me 100%, but I need 110% for you from this series. This is the lower bracket final. This is to get in the grand final of Beyond the Summit number 2. The first one that is EU exclusive here, or like region exclusive. It's a big deal for both these teams.
100%.
110%.
If 110%, but if anyone wants to talk about carrot cake, I'm absolutely down. Here we go, though. 4 minutes left, and Vodafone Giants are starting off super strong. I mean, so impressed with Itachi in the last series. You talked about him, the play to watch, and right now he needs to be the man. But Alpha 54 does just not quite get that one on target. Beautiful flip reset.
And these are the counterattacks that have made Giants really strong in the last series. There's even the bump right in front, and then Itachi almost getting a redirect as well. What a chaos engine from Itachi. Able to just throw the entire Vitality defense off whack, and yet you still see how clutch they can be.
And you saw there as well, Itachi not only just sitting in front, but grabbing that corner boost, and that's just huge. Thinking about that, is Alpha 54, does get bumped, definitely had the second touch there. Beautiful play, a little bit unfortunate in the end, but Giants do live to fight another day here. They still have that 1-goal lead, and oh goodness, Alpha 54, he is heating up into this series. He's starting to look scary.
He's, well, he's always scary. I think Alpha 54, one of those players who you always know is going to have a good series, especially mechanically. And usually the question will be, will the opponents give him enough time? And usually that's not going to happen against Giants. And they're going to make some saves as well, just to keep this 1-goal lead.
They're scrambling right now, the Giants, but it is working. Fortunately, they probably have been a little bit lucky a few times there with a few bumps, but their rotations have been fast enough, Yummy, to really cover each other, and that's been the main thing here. If they back their speed in, they're gonna, get themselves out of more trouble than they'll cause, and Itachi does get a save. K-Dop's looking dangerous. The shots are peppering, and his Alpha 54 should score, does score. Vitality level it up.
Oh, they look so good when Alpha 54 pops up. You just saw how aggressive he played on that corner, landed in the correct spot after Fairy Peak's play, and he actually cut 2 or 3 times into that rotation on attack, just constantly turning to go in, and K-Dop just hanging back and watching.
I mean, this is a beautiful series so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I hope you guys at home are loving it. This is our second last series of Beyond the Summit, of the Rocket League Summit EU version of the whole tournament, really, both regions. And it's, I hope you guys are enjoying watching at home some top level Rocket League. We had the warm up for the grand finals yesterday with the NA, but this is EU. This is serious, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real stuff.
We all know that EU is the better region. Let's be honest. Russia, you just know Space Station is going to win. Obviously. And Sam, Sam's pretty good.
Yeah, great.
I love
Asia,
Sam.
pretty good as well.
Yeah, Middle East. A lot of good regions out there, and then there's NA.
Please. North?
Yeah, I mean, LeafX doesn't even think he's North American, by the way.
Yeah.
So he doesn't think he's American. I call him American. He's from North America. He has to be American.
That's what I'm saying right now. That's a bang of a shot. That's going to be followed up by K-Dot. Oh my goodness. Alpha 54 has just absolutely ripped this. Great pass by Fairy Peak, but that shot was huge. And every day of the week, there was 2 Vitality members there. Oh, Yummy.
It doesn't get more K-Dot than that. He's just like, he's seen his 2 teammates go for it, calls off one of these, my goal. I need as many goals as possible. He's right in front of net. He doesn't miss it from a meter away.
Oh, never. Absolutely not. Right now, Vodafone Giants, they're a goal down. They need to create something. They started off so well, but it was really sort of a free goal early on there. And I mean, Vitality looking so strong. And again, Fairy Peak, they just keep beating them again and again and again. Alpha 54 and Fairy Peak are just, they're looking for the speed. And then you've got the clean-up man, K-Dop. And is there a better player in the world, Yummy, at cleaning up? He's like a Dyson vacuum cleaner.
Maybe multiple of them. He's the kind of guy, you get that bowling ball, that test with the bowling ball, put the vacuum on it, it picks up the bowling ball. Let's just say K-Dop sucks really well.
And Yummy's never going to get hired again. Here we go. Vitality, they're still up a goal. 32 seconds left here. And I mean, Giants have to create something. Itachi, we're looking at you. You're losing the battle right now to Alpha 54. He's looking at very strong. But it's in the half. There's a bump coming. This should be a goal, but the bump doesn't quite come off, Yummy. Just a little bit unlucky there. And with 15 seconds left, this is all Vitality moving down.
Close. 10 seconds left for Vodafone Giants. What
No.
were you doing, K-Dot? You suck after all.
Unbelievable. K-Dop's left with no boost. He went for the corner, wasn't there, had to dart back. Zamway saw the opportunity, saw the open there, puts that one away, levels it up, and this is huge, Yummy. If Giants can come back now, win this overtime, which I'm sure it will go to unless K-Dop shows us something. What's he going to do? Off the wall, out for 54, does get the touchdown. Is there a follow-up? No, hits the deck. If they win this and level up this series, that's huge because you don't want to go 2-0 down, do you?
OT after Giants started off this poorly in game one, and at the sort of midpoint of this game, it really got away from them. One mistake could have been all the difference if they do take this OT, as Zamway is actually looking to get this one forward, but very quickly shut down by Vitality and the counterattack coming out as well.
Stake's going to be able to get this one out, and I mean, I love this from Vodafone Giants. They've got that hustle about them, you know what I mean? That's what we love. The last second goals, that's where the synergy really happens. The high pressure, the high octane gameplay, you know, you're under the pump, you have to score. And that's what they've got. You know, it's hard for some teams don't have it, Yummy. Some teams don't have that clutch factor, but we're seeing this at time and time again. You know Vitality's got it, but you've got to match them. You've got to match. And then there's a bump coming out of touch. He's going to get bumped. Can he get it? Still finds his way to the ball somewhat. For some reason, he had about 400 boost.
Yeah, so good at dealing with those bumps as well, Itachi. You saw earlier State kind of pre-jump and slow it down at the same time, which was an odd combination. And Renault Vitality, they're taking control of the ball, kind of going to the Flake school of playing Rocket League at the moment, keeping possession, making sure it doesn't get away from them. They have a chance here, Giants, to get out, and they actually do. Itachi playing forward, playing aggressively, still looking for that aggression in that OT, which is what we like to see. It doesn't lead to a goal, but it's still some good pressure coming out.
Huge bump as well from Itachi, demoing one of the Vitality members to keep pressure on. Our 54, though, he's not happy with that. He's going to take it all the way down the other end. Does have low boost and could be an opportunity. Here's K-Dop in the air. Fairy Peak does get the touch to the corner. K-Dop, our 54 is going to be slow to rotate because he needed that 100 boost on the back corner. And now this is Vodafone Giants time. Here we go. Itachi up in the air all the time in the world. Can he find the shot? No, he can't. There's a miss coming out, though. And Zamway capitalizes.
These are the goals that Giants are always looking for. Itachi to set it up. Double tap, essentially, off the corner. And get that away to Zamway, who has been finishing a lot of these goals for Giants and gets them this game.
Sensational stuff. Making the most of a little bit of a whiff there. But really, I mean, when they were in the air there, just the Vitality were all on the ground. They had no one on the backboard, and it was looking rough. And I mean, it was really good for Vodafone Giants to capitalize on that. But we just see a few cracks in the Vitality defense starting to appear, and that's huge from the Giants. They did score the first goal of that game, and then they pretty much threw away the lead. And, you know, if they had lost that game 2-0 down in the series against Vitality, it's looking pretty tough to come back. But to level it up now, 1-1, that's the confidence booster they need. As I said, I think they're a confidence team. They need that momentum. They're looking pretty good, Yummy. Your pick's looking all right. I don't mind that finish.
The Vitality defense as well. I mean, not necessarily the defense, but they're going to be pretty upset that they let that one get away. K-Dop kind of with that zero boost, maybe playing it a bit chill, not expecting that the shot would come. And that was the entire reason that they went into OT in the first place. So Vitality have a little room to clean up as well. Just be careful of the counterattacks, especially from Giants.
100%, and I mean, you pretty much said it perfectly. 110%. They're going to be, you know, not quite happy with how they let those last few goals in. A couple of misplays there, a couple of, you know, missed rotations, which, I mean, I wouldn't say Vitality have the cleanest rotation, Jummy, but they're usually always there. You know, they make it work. And just in that sort of situation there, K-Dop, he probably bit off a little bit more than he can chew. He really wanted that 100 boost, put himself out of position. But right now, 1-1. Here we go. Vodafone Giants, Renault Vitality. Oh, this is looking like a series.
I also noticed that somebody in chat did ask if you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend. So would you like to take this opportunity, CJ, to make it official?
Yeah, we're officially not, so never bring that up again.
Oh, that... But I thought we had something.
Yeah. You have a piece of nothing, boy.
Oh, no. We got a carrot cake of a relationship. You know,
Yeah.
it's not that great. You know, let's be honest. It's for old people.
A lemon cake.
Oh, I love lemon cake.
It is good.
Yeah.
Can we talk about lemon cake, or do we have?
Can we talk a bit more about cakes? You know, I don't think there's been enough cake stream going on.
I think people love the cake talk. I'm too not happy with the cake talk, so you know we can always bring it up. It's always in the locker, but right now, what do Vodafone Giants have in the locker? They've got a counter attack that they have to defend. I'm not sure if that was the play there, as Alpha 54 came through and just tapped the ball straight to the Vodafone Giants defense, and they're going to be able to clear this one away. Fairy Pick though, he's lurking, and you don't want to see him lurking. He has banged that ball, and Vodafone Giants, they do defend it for now.
They've done very well here, just like Chad have done very well, living up to expectations that we know that they're going to. Some of them are going to get a little mad when we talk about cakes. And at the moment, we haven't seen any cakes in this game. They've been holding it pretty solidly. No mistakes so far, and that's usually how a lot of these goals will happen. A miss, a forced mistake coming out in the defense, as they have been defending quite well on both sides.
100%. And I think that if you're going to be a cake right now, you need to be a sponge cake. I mean, you know, you need to be able to absorb the pressure from either side, because there's so much pressure coming up from either team. You see how 54 does get the ball, but he clears it with his booty straight to the side there. And no, a pass comes in. That might be a goal. No, it's dropped down. It's just not quite put away, but there's so much pressure right now. Be the sponge cake. Absorb this pressure, Vodafone Giants.
Oh, Vitality are trying to jam it in, but they just can't find it. Multiple layers of attack going on. And now, can they get this going? Because they've managed to steal the boost away. They've taken it all from Giants. They've even taken another one. It's open, but Stake does recover. He was the last one with a good amount of boost left. Fairy Peak was trying for the very hard read on the roof there, but doesn't get to it.
K-Dop now, he's going to be able to take this ball forward, and a little bit of a double whiff coming out. That's when probably you both think you're going to hit it, and then none of you hit it. It's not great. It doesn't look good, but there's a method in it. Anyway, Itachi, can he take it? No, he can't. K-Dop's going to be able to parry this away, and just loving both sides right now, looking so strong. This is the best that they can put up, and it's back and forth, Yummy. This is exciting.
Man, this is very difficult for anyone to score at the moment. It's not one of those games where you have a 0-0 that you're like, nothing happened. It is getting very, very close. A battle, almost a chess battle in front of either side. Both of them trying to take some pieces away from each other. At the moment, everybody's, no gaffes have been made. And Alpha 54 will have to potentially make just a big play. He's looking for the roof, but it immediately touched away from Itachi.
And how good was that bounce off the ground? I mean, there's something about just blasting the ball off the ground that catches everyone else. He's very big, though. He's going to put a high. No one's going to be able to get up from Giants. Yes, correct myself. Zambway, the last guy rotating in, Yummy. That was huge.
That's massive. And 56 seconds. Still no goal scored in all this time. We'll look to Stake to get this across to Zamway, who has been pushing forward a lot of this alongside Itachi. But it's a double off the roof. No one there to follow up from Renault Vitality. One more chance for a pass here, right into center. Zamway shuts it down. Fairy Peak has the follow. It is on target, but Stake gets the touch away with his pre-jump as well. Now we're starting to see some great passing come out from Vitality. The possession control once again. And yet, the defense on both ends has been so good.
So strong, and you're starting to see now the plays are coming out. Alpha goes bang, misses. Follow up, K-Dot misses. Fairy Peak comes up, misses. Vodafone Giants stay alive. Zamway is going to be able to take this down. 7 seconds left, gets the infield pass, and Tachi puts it away. Vodafone Giants take the lead.
1 part butter, 1 part sugar, and 1 part flour. That's how you make a cake of a goal like this one. 1-0 for Giants, and they are looking to get into a match point against Vitality. And it has been so close, a close series, and yet so far away it seems.
Oh, Itachi, he's looking like self-raising flour right now, Yummy. He's rising up above this Vitality defense. And K-Dop, can he keep it up? No, bang. Your man puts it down. Vodafone Giants, what a game. That is one of the best 1-0 games you are going to see, ladies and gentlemen. Vodafone Giants take the lead in this series.
They really iced that game right at the very end. It is amazing to see how, you can fight for all that time, have a low shooting game overall. but then it wasn't about creating a mistake. It was about making that opportunity with that infield pass.
Oh, that was sensational. I mean, they sometimes, especially against a team like Vitality, against any sort of best team in the world, Yummy, sometimes, as we said, be the sponge cake. You have to absorb it because these teams, if you're just going to, if you don't let them in, they're just going to be able to set up so strong. And a team like Vitality, their defense is so good, you have to give them a sniff of perhaps scoring a goal, make them commit a little bit too hard, and then you can open it up. And that's what the Vodafone Giants did right there. With 10 seconds left, they found that counter-attack due to absorbing a little bit of an attack, and then they were able to find that infield pass. Great play from the Giants, and they're looking super impressive.
Yeah, or maybe Vitality just need a little bit of time to rise in the oven here. As we've got to be baking the rest of the series, but it does not matter as long as you can get the next 3. A difficult task against the Giants, but of all teams that could do it, it's Vitality.
Oh, I mean, one of the top teams in the world for a reason, and that is a double save coming out there. They flew across like star-crossed lovers coming across the net there. They didn't touch, but one of them was able to get the ball. Itachi is going to be able to take this out. He does have low boost, but I tell you what, there's something about both these teams right now. It doesn't get too much better. We saw a good series earlier on, Vitality versus Dignitas, and it just seems like, Yummy, Vitality don't know how to have a bad series.
Yeah, I mean, you go to a series like this, and you expect it to deliver. Vodafone Giants, again, 1 game away from that match point, 2-1 up here, and looking much better than we maybe expected from game number 1, where they kind of got trounced.
I mean, right now, with 1:15 left, there's just, it's looking like last game, Yummy. I mean, we're just going to see this 0-0, but it's high-octane gameplay. It's not that, the other more defensive style, boomer mode. Both teams are just, they're throwing the kitchen sink, they're throwing the oven at it. And it's just not quite coming up. That's the opening, though, and that's going to be the first goal on the board. Slow rotation, Ferry pick. Itachi puts that one away.
And your philosophy works best here, about making the plays yourself. Vodafone Giants are pushing somebody up. They don't want to play not to lose. They are playing to win. They are forcing Vitality to be the ones to, respond and play faster.
I mean, you've got to do something.
Really smart philosophy there, CJ. It's just
yeah, thank you. I mean, as I said, you have to create. You have to do something. Vitality's never, unless they're, unless K-Dop's, I don't know, something's wrong. Unless they've lost their thumbs. But right now, that is exactly what you can't do. Zamway with 100 boost has not read this, had more time. Yeah,
that's not 2 left thumbs. That's 0 thumbs there. I think he just dropped the controller and let that one roll in. And maybe that's a turning point here for Vitality.
Oh, it could be a turning point indeed. And it might be. Stake just gets that. They could have taken another goal there. But, I mean, as we said, you just can't give Vitality 3 goals. And if you let them back into the game, you can't give them a sniff at all. Sometimes you want to give them a sniff, like the last game, make them overcommit. But right now, with shots coming out like that, you just don't want to give them an inch. Zamway, unfortunately, did do that. Here we go. The R54 does get it. There's a shot. Fairy Peak is way too fast coming in. Jiggy came in hot there, Yummy.
This came off a miss from Alpha that put him in the perfect position too. I don't know even how he gets that angle. And this is the trust from Vitality that can make them a scary team.
I mean, we've seen that twice now from R54. Another skimmer off the corner. Just a quick infield. As you said, for some reason, Vitality are always ready for that insane angle. Alpha does put it up on the backboard, but I mean, it's his passing right now. Usually it's his solo plays that he's known for. Well, I guess solo plays are good for passes as well, but he's not scoring the goals himself right now, Alpha Yummy. He's setting them up with some beautiful passes.
I know this is how Vitality like to practice. Very aggressive, very pass-heavy, very possession-based as well. Play very close to each other, and they've been doing it exactly how they train right now. There's that one, there's actually a massive back-off from Vitality. It could have opened it up as Giants had pushed forward, but again, these clutches. Vitality able to just stamp out the attack from Giants.
100%. You said it as well. They've just backed off a touch here. This is going to be a goal because there's no boost on the side of Itachi. Great shot, Fairy Peak. That's every day of the week sort of stuff from him. But again, we saw a failed pinch, great dunk, and just an overcommit there from Giants. Perhaps getting a little bit too, a little bit too panicky with the time left and being a goal down.
Yeah, and Fairy Peak's not going to miss that. It's not OCE. He's going to score that every single time. And that's put Vitality in a very good position. Maybe even a third goal here if this does continue. But a 2-goal lead for Vitality is always scary.
Absolutely. And with a minute 20 left, he's going to have demos. You're going to have to create something like that. Itachi might be able to win this. There could be an infield on. He fakes out the infield and gets the dunk. That could have been a huge play from Itachi. Very clever there. Vitality had that infield covered and he recognized that. This is dangerous now. Fairy Peak in a one-on-one. Does get the pop over the top. This could be open, but they are to put that one away. Yummy. Vodafone Giants, there's a minute left. What can they do? They might just be able to pop that one over the top, but Itachi's he's just way too fast.
He took the ring all the way and just threw it into the pit of Mordor here. And Renault Vitality, they got baited in a little bit. It was very well played by Giants. The sort of idea of where everybody is on the pitch, their perception, knowing that they could take that in front of net, worked out beautifully.
I love that from Itachi as well. He had low boost, but I'd say given the time remaining, 2 goals down, he just flipped forward, trusted his teammate to get it there, and that's the only reason he was able to beat the Vitality defense. And sometimes you do need to just trust your teammates, especially in this time remaining. As we said, you want to lose on your own terms. You want to have a crack. You'd rather, push for it and concede than do nothing and just lose that way.
And a counter-attack opportunity here for Giants with 20 seconds to go. They're desperate to get onto match point, desperate to get into the grand final. The last time these guys did play, it was Vitality both times in winter event number 1. And a revenge opportunity for Giants if they can just take this game and get them to that point. They've only got 10 seconds left to score here. Zamway, maybe not the angle that he wanted, but it's the angle that he got. And Itachi finding the teammate. State gets it up. It's a good clear from K-Dop. 1 second remaining. It's going to hit the ground. Vitality equalized the series.
Solid performance there from Vitality. Able to lock that one out at the death. Great play. Fairy Peak getting the hat trick. 600 points as well. Or score, should I say, if you don't mind. I mean, we spoke about it. Every single person pre-game, we all predicted the Game 7, and it is looking like that so far. It is so neck and neck. Last time we said it was going to be Game 7, and we cursed it. This time, I'm feeling it. I don't think a curse can break it.
Nah, it does very much look like it the way it's back and forth. I do think the Vitality is starting to really gain some more control, but it's also hard to know whether there is a little bit of tilt there from the Zamway miss, or if there's something else involved mentally. That's always the hard part when watching Rocket League, just knowing what the players think. Or if you're watching CJ do anything, stream, play Rocket League, knowing what he's thinking or if he's thinking at all.
So anyway, it's 2-2 here in this series, and I mean, as we said, neck and neck. Vodafone Giants, they're going to be ruining that miss, that Zamway miss. I mean, it was only 1 goal, but on the positive, Yummy, that's the only reason they lost, and it's such a fixable mistake. It's not like they just, Vitality were too good or they outplayed them. That game in particular, it was just more of a misplay on their own behalf. So, if you're thinking of a positive mindset, they can turn this around themselves. It's on them to turn it around. It's not on Vitality. Here we go, though. 2-2. It's not like they're down in the series, and we still have a cracking few games coming up.
Vitality are also very good at making people rush a little bit in defense, and maybe that's why you'll see some mistakes like that come out from Giants. Well, one big mistake. That's a huge demo. That's an open net. Alpha 54 gets the first goal.
Alpha 54 indeed. Fairy Peak's able to beat out 1, and Itachi just gets baited there. That's huge. K-Dop sitting downfield. We talked about it before. Take the risk. Send someone downfield and have trust in your teammates to bring it up to you, and that's what K-Dop did. He saw the positional advantage you could grab there, and made it all work for Vitality.
Our chances here in front of the Vitality net for Giants. Stake has found Itachi in the corner, who's again been holding that very far forward position, looking to receive those passes well. More demos from Vitality, and it seems to be that Seems that demos might be the strategy for Vitality to take control of this midfield. More shots, hits the backboard, but Zamway now has to defend.
I love that about Vitality as well. You know, they all sort of sit in net and then they all come out together. Every time there's a counter attack for Vitality, they're all pushing up as a team. They're all ready to go. They're just waiting. This could be a demo here. This could be a goal. Should be a goal. No stake. Didn't believe in the demo. Yummy cheese, man. He could have just put that on target, but he probably thought the 50-50 was coming in. An opportunity lost here for Vodafone Giants, and dunk doesn't quite go in either.
Oh, and Itachi dunked his own teammate. Difficulties here for Giants. They've worked so hard and yet just aren't willing to take that extra little risk. Trust their teammates a little bit more. And that's just a giveaway of possession here straight to Vitality. But which team is Fairy Peak on? He just dribbled K-Dop out of the play.
I mean, sometimes you just got to, you know, be the alpha of the team. And when I say alpha, I don't mean Alpha 54. I mean the big man. And right there, Fairy Peak was. But again, an opportunity lost. I mean, we saw it. We saw it coming. We saw the bump coming. But unfortunately for Stake, he just probably thought he could tap it around, play the safe percentage play. But the safe percentage play, Yummy, it's not going to beat Vitality. You have to take that risk, as you said perfectly. Right now, Vitality are up 1 goal. There's still heaps of time left, but they do need a goal.
Yeah, with 3 minutes remaining, still plenty of time. And they've actually been creating some good opportunities. K-Dop again has shut down the solo play, and now it's just Giants having to run back. You kind of see that they'll start a play and know that Vitality are going to intercept it at some point, possibly getting inside the Giants' minds at the moment. It's one last chance here for Itachi to get this up to Zamway. He's got an open net. That's a brilliant play from Itachi to get it past the last defender.
Just getting a little bit out of whack here. We saw from Vitality. I mean, K-Dop committed, and Alpha 54, he may be in Narnia. Not sure where he has gone. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe have called, and they don't want him there. So can someone please tell him to get back into net? Unfortunately, in open net, K-Dop did not expect Alpha to be so far away. And there's the equalizer we need. And just like that, you know, the rest of this series has panned out, it's just neck and neck.
Trying to get out of the wardrobe now, Vitality, and you know, it's a mistake like that that costs you the goal, but at least is going to put a fire under them, knowing that they have made that mistake. They should be able to adapt mid-game, make sure that it doesn't happen again. Good 50, may go in the way of Fairy Pig, but he opts to just take a big bang up against that backboard. And it looks like the cupboard's bare at the moment. Renault Vitality still not finding too much here against the Giants' defense. Stake read that play by K-Dop well. K-Dop was looking to fake underneath. And they are up to the task right now. And a missed touch from Fairy Peak. You don't often say that. The missed touch has given away their chance of attack in that one. Pre-jump from Alpha from the midfield. Doesn't quite work out.
Counter-attack, though, and this is where you get Vitality on the counter-attack. They're rushing back now. K-Dop's going to be able to get up high. The dunk doesn't quite come in, but still pressure right now. Alpha does clear it, and here we go. Counter-attack the other way. This is neck and neck. Doesn't get the clear. This is huge. Itachi sweeps in. K-Dop last man. What can he do? Fairy Peak is going to be able to rotate back. The dribble comes in. Itachi doesn't quite get it on target. Huge play here. 1 minute left. Neck and neck, and the counter-attack's Yummy. Once they start, it's just end-to-end Rocket League.
Yeah, it's counter attacks going on at the moment as Itachi will be looking for Zamway once again. He's dunked it underneath. Alpha 54, the last man to save, and he does. But Stake is still breathing down their neck. A massive clear away from Vitality releases all that tension, and yet it still feels moments away from a game winner, from a match point getter. With 34 seconds, either of these teams can take it.
Who's going to be able to do this? It might be a play like this. Zamu goes off the opponent's backboard, doesn't quite get it. Alpha's going to be able to take this up, get a double touch forward as well. Itachi does play that one forward. Probably not the best hit, but Fairy's a little bit awkward, so he's going to give that possession up. Itachi gets it middle. Stake beats one out. Fairy Peak's going to have the ball. Low boost, does get a pop. Zamway is going to have to hustle back indeed. Itachi does get it. 10 seconds. Here we go. Giants. Can they get it? Stakes found himself backwards. Gets a flick over the top. This is huge. He might be able to beat Alpha to this ball. No, he doesn't. Ball down, or is it?
Oh my goodness, that gets stayed up by Stake in the middle. And Fairy Peak gets a clear to the side. It is overtime, and a crucial overtime here to get onto match point, to get one away from the grand final. Will it be revenge for Vitality or a huge play from Giants to go all the way from the lower bracket to the end of the competition.
Huge game right here. Winner moves on to series point. Yami, I love what you're saying. And oh my goodness, the dunk could come out there. Zamway is far enough back to impact it, but Alpha has just absolutely staunched him. There, here we go. Stake off the roof. Going to get the pass down. Cut off very well, but Stakes went out to grab this boost. I say that, and he didn't go for it. Never mind.
The dunks have been great, though, from Giants, but now Fairy Peak in the 1v1. It's not on target. That was inches away. Just cleared out by Stake. They keep putting the pressure on. They're diving for everything, Giants. They just want this goal. They want the game to end. So does K-Dot, but unfortunately didn't read it off the wall there. Maybe he saw Alpha, the kind of mechanics that he could bring out. Maybe that's a goal, but the fact that K-Dot is in position, staying around the Vitality net for now. Fairy Peak has a clear up to K-Dot. He takes it over one. Stake has to do it all himself, and he does. He slows it down, ensures that he can get it out by himself and give room for his teammates behind him.
Oh, Itachi a little bit out of position. Didn't quite predict Alpha's hit. Alpha's going to wait on that touch, which is clever. K-Dot just takes the shot. Almost. It's so tight here, ladies and gentlemen. It's back and forth. Rocket League. We've got 1:20 on the clock. Double commits are coming out from Vodafone Giants, though. They're just getting a little bit hasty. Sometimes it can pay off the aggression, but you don't want to see a free goal be given up on the side of the Vodafone Giants here.
Another pre-jump from Itachi, but Alpha 54 saw it coming. Now it's a chance for Fairy Peak if he can get something going here. Tries to the pass to Alpha, who, that was an absolute zoomer of a shot right there.
Absolute zoomer indeed, and it's absolutely. This could be in. This might be an own goal. I tell you what, I would have own goaled that, but here we go. Counter attack. This is again where we open Vitality up on the side of Vodafone Giants. He's going to take this up the wall here. Zamway, huge clear from K-Dot coming out. A little bit of a chance to breathe for both sides.
Now Tachi has the pass up to Stake, who's in perfect position, hits the backboard. Is anyone from Vitality able to reach it? Beautiful read by Fairy Peak, a tough read as well. And now the counter-attack from K-Dot. He's found the open net. It's across to Fairy Peak. It's in! Vitality say, Renault, no way we lose this one. And K-Dot to Fairy Peak is the combo at the end.
Itachi tried to take the 50-50, but that ain't the way when you're last man, baby. Unlucky there. Vitality move on to series point. And what a series. The counterattacks, I would love to count how many counterattacks that were in that series, because it feels like every single time we have this sort of situation happen with these two sides, they both play a little bit safe. They're both sort of going back and forth, filling each other out, and then something happens, a whiff, or someone beats another person to the ball, and all of a sudden it opens up, and then we just have, we spoke about it. You said counter attack. It's just end-to-end Rocket League, and that's when it's so exciting. Fortunately for Vitality, it did open up for them, and they did secure the W. That's a huge win as well to win game number 5 there, moving on to match point.
Oh, the scoreboard as well has become very typical of Vitality recently. They only had 4 shots and 2 goals, and a lot of it counterattacks, just players where they try to control the midfield. Not too many players that are absolutely aggressing, as opposed to Giants, who are at the moment about doubling their shots in most games. It kind of gives you the difference of style, but both of them are still relying on the counterattacks regardless.
100%, and I think they both sort of realised that's the way to open up either side, because last series we really saw Vodafone Giants, their defence coming to fruition, and I was surprised by the defence, but they've really brought that out in this series as well. We saw a few misplays a couple of games ago. We saw Zamway miss, but aside from that, both sides need those counter-attacks, and both sides need to start well here in game number 6.
Fairy Peak. Something that they also have is probably the solo plays for Renault Vitality. I think they've got a little bit more in the tank in individual plays than Giants. Not that they're bad at them in any way whatsoever, but the kind of class that you have from especially Alpha and Fairy Peak on this Vitality roster should be able to find a few little extra openings if they can.
Itachi, great touch up on the backboard. He's going to be able to take this up, and he has a world of boost. K-Dot does get a lovely little dunk here, and Fairy Peak, they're coming in now. Who's going to be more aggressive start of the game? Itachi downfield. Those are the sort of plays we talk about, Yummy. That's what we need. We need you to be rotating back and looking for an opportunity to get back into the play. Alpha does fake out one, but Zamway just smacks that ball, and this is going to be an opportunity for some pressure here for Vodafone Giants.
And Giants have also been so good at getting these dunks, just like this one. It does stay in front of net, The problem is Vitality against those dunks, see them coming a lot of the times and are able to get at least a 50 away from their net. So Vodafone Giants' main goal in attack is getting shut down a little bit here.
Not often you see this from many EU teams. Like Vodafone Giants, they're so willing, Yummy, to get that 50-50. Instead of wait for the touch, they're more than happy to meet the opponent in the air. And right now, that's a beautiful pass from Zamway. Well read by the Vitality defense, but that's the sort of creativity we need. Great pass coming out. Fairy Peak might be able to score this. Is dunked away.
Itachi with a good clear, and look at Zamway absolutely brutalizing the opposition. It's in front of net, but again, Alpha right on the line, able to get up to that one and keep this at a 0-all score. Itachi has been doing a lot of these early launches for 50s in the midfield. That's why it's so difficult to play against Giants. Especially with Vitality looking for a lot of passes, you never know when there's just going to be a surprise person in the middle getting that dunk.
And the patience from Alpha there as well, as he does obviously gets the pass. Could be a goal. No, not quite put away. And Fairy Peak's going to have to hustle here. Does get a beautiful touch. Vodafone Giants can still counterattack. Low boost on stake. Can he get a shot off? Yes, he can. Double save Vitality. Alpha puts that one away. And the counterattacks again come in. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Alpha does fly. Vitality now try and take it down the other end.
You see just how quick Vitality are to recover after the double commit, so they don't get punished whatsoever in that play. The Giants are still putting on the pressure, still trying to create some of those double commits, those mistakes to come out and see if they can finally capitalize, see if it will actually open up the net for once. K-Dop gets that away at stake. It's just hit a high, and Alpha 54, the first up to the ball, maybe a chance to get into center. One of those touches, another infield pass. It's past stake. And that's the goal for Vitality. 2 minutes left, and they really want to go through in game 6.
Oh, huge shot from Fairy Peak. Have a look at the power, and that's perfect. That is perfect off the post there. Vitality open up game number 6. They take the lead. Now we've got 2 minutes, Yummy. 2 minutes for the Vodafone Giants to show us something, get back into this series, or it's going to be Vitality moving on. That's got to be open. Zamway, we asked for something, and the kickoff goals, they can stop the best teams in the world sometimes.
He just delivered the taxi service of Giants at the moment. Zamway getting the double off the kickoff. And that's exactly what we needed. Thing is, Vitality in the midfield without the kickoffs have been incredibly controlling in terms of double touches, in terms of follow-up plays for Giants. There's not going to be too many of those coming through. But Snake gets a double. It's in front of net. Zamway slowed it down, but still saved out. It's still an opportunity here for Giants as they've made sure that Vitality is stuck in goal, but a clever touch from K-Dot will break him out.
Oh, huge bump as well, but it's Hachi. That should have been a goal there for the Vodafone Giants, but he didn't quite trust Stake's second touch there, Yummy. He did open it up, but he'd already jumped for the first touch, and that could prove costly, and you just hope that doesn't cost them a series here.
The clear away as well. Working well for Fairy Peak. We've had a lot of very close games and a lot of low-scoring affairs throughout this entire series. I think every single one has finished with a 1-goal difference except for that first game. And yet, it still seems to continue. No! That's just another goal shot out of nowhere that finds its way into the Giants' net.
Unbelievable dunk, and sometimes Rocket League you just need a little bit of luck. That finds its way into the just tucked away into the left side of the net. Nothing the defense can do. No one's ever going to be ready for that. A little bit of fortune coming out from the side of Vitality, but you know you got to take those as well.
Yeah, well, we know that Scheist and Corey are watching from Sonics. So we know who they're favoring right now. Vitality and Dignitas. A return grand final would be epic to see anyway. So I don't necessarily mind the bounce going that way, but Giants still, I backed them at the beginning of the series to be able to take the win. They had the opportunity to do so, but they haven't had the room from Vitality, and it's opened up, but Itachi does keep that away. It's opened again. Itachi just needs to sink it, and he doesn't miss those.
That's what we love about the Vodafone Giants. They just find a way, and have a look at Stake. He's on the hunt. He is on the hunt indeed, and Itachi gets a free open net thanks to the courtesy of a teammate grabbing that demo. 2-2 now, Yummy. What a game we have. Can they force game 7 here, Vodafone Giants?
They're sniffing out a victory here, like bloodhounds scenting their prey, but Renault Vitality, they're not going to be easy to take down. Tachi may have a chance of one last play here, but he just goes to get the boost. Make sure it goes to OT. And this one, I think it's Vitality through to the grand final or keeps Giants in for a game 7.
Unbelievable series so far, and it's just... Oh, gee, I just hope something beautiful happens here in this overtime. This is the pinnacle of Rocket League right now. EU, K-Dop, here he is. Here's the man, the myth. Does get the touch over top, gets a second touch. Itachi waits for it and gets it down. The counter-attack now. K-Dop's there. That could be a shot, could be in. No. Itachi parries it away. Vodafone Giants stay alive in this series, stay alive in this tournament.
And Vitality still keep pressing and pressing. Alpha 54 keeps doubling and doubling, but it's still so difficult to get past this Giants defense right now. It's at the other end and the counterattack potential, but it's suddenly Vitality have been able to set up more passes in field. That's underneath. Subway secures game 7.
Vodafone Giants stay alive, and what a play here. Great infield. Stake just recognizing Alpha 54 going up the wall. There was a free infield, and what a shot putting it in behind Alpha there. Vodafone Giants, gee, yummy. They leave it to the last second. I tell you what, 17 seconds left. They were on the brink of elimination. They brought it back to overtime. They won the overtime, and just as we all predicted, game number 7. And would you want anything else for these two teams?
Man, I've counted out Giants about 20 times across this series so far. You know, it shows how wishy-washy I am as an analyst, but, you know, they've started to clean that one up at least.
I mean, what a series we have. So every single game has been absolutely incredible. Great finish as well there from Vodafone Giants. And, you know, that could be the momentum booster they need going to game 7. I know it's going to be tight in game number 7 as well. I hope it's going to be tight at least. But, Yummy, give me your thoughts right now. Game 7, who wins?
I don't know. I really don't know because it feels really tooth and nail. Like Vitality are working well together. They're finding great opportunities to keep passing going. But Giants just make everything so scrappy at all times. They get in the face. They turn everything into a dunk play. And that makes it so much more difficult to read how it goes. You know, and it could just be something like that goal that happened off a dunk of the defender in against Giants. It could be the same goal going the other way.
Well, ladies and gents, this is it. Game number 7. Winner. If you've just tuned in for some reason, you haven't been paying attention, winner moves on to the grand finals to face Dignitas. Loser is out of the tournament, but boy, oh boy, I don't want anyone to lose, Yummy. Here we go, game number 7. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get this chat moving. Let's just write something in chat, get it humming, get hyped, get amped, because we've got a good one ahead of us.
I've seen you in game 7 in the lower bracket to get to Worlds a couple of times, CJ. What's the nerves look like in these moments?
I haven't ever felt nerves in my life. Absolute, you know, nerves of steel, they call me. They call me Mr. Clutch as well. Never lost a game 7 in my life. That's a bang! Stake does put that one away. Let's get back into the series, Joey, because Vitality, they're pressing early.
Nerves of steel, but maybe you dance on the wire as this has been back and forth as well across the entire series. Zamway still looking for the dunks. Stake has missed a big one, and it won't punish them just yet, but it may eventually lead to some kind of goal. Itachi coming up clutch. Stake chasing down everyone in the net. He gets the demo on the wall, but what a save by K-Dop. His teammate's out of the play, but he's still an absolute brick.
You talk about it as well, though, that miss in the Vodafone Giants defense actually opened it up down the other end, and that's maybe what the Giants need. That's what they've brought all series, is that ability to open it up by being a little bit exposed on the defensive end, letting Vitality in right now. Game number 7, that's what you need. Perhaps you need to just absorb it a little bit. We even saw it NRG in the last World Championship. The only reason they scored that winner is because they let Vitality in. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, that's what they can do. Vodafone Giants take a leaf out of their book. Bit of one-on-one right now. Bang comes out. A beautiful save from Zamway. Cleared away. Oh my goodness. What a game.
It's just by the tip of their fingers as well. Diving saves from both teams, as this has to be the closest series that we've seen across the entire tournament, it feels like. The way there's been low scoring for both of them. It's been back and forth. Itachi missing another one, and you can kind of see Giants trying to play faster sometimes than they're even capable, that anyone would be even capable of doing. leads to some mistakes, but Vitality have to respect the touch any which way. Which does create some openings here for the Giants, who are in attack, who have to beat K-Dop here. They do a huge dunk, a potential open net, but Fairy Peak was the first up. And in fact, Giants stayed far away, didn't commit themselves to the ball, so they can keep the attack going. They can keep it in that top left corner, and Stake fires first.
Poor clear from Alpha 54 leaves to a beautiful touch from Zabway, and K-Dop, well, he's just stuck on that wall. He just wanted to hop off so badly. He was left stranded. Great shot there from Stake, and Vodafone Giants strike first here, game number 7.
They've managed to do it, and K-Dop has managed to get the worst touch of all time against his own backboard. Thankfully, Alpha 54 was there, maybe in case a Giants player was able to get it past K-Dop in the first place. Now K-Dop looking to make up for it, but he's just going to hang back a little bit. You can even see now the Giants players staying very aggressive in that other half. Itachi always looking for goals. Zabway looking for saves at the other end. As this is more opportunities, Fairy Peak, a big pass across. Alpha 54 has opened it up. It's all on Stake, and he manages to get that touch, but it's not going to be far enough to get the clear. Fairy Peak, the first of the ball. No boost left on Giants. Just diving save, hoping for the best, but they managed to hold on. And Itachi actually does have the boost this time, gets it past one, but not the second. Zamway, a bad clear, a rough one, stays behind the ball, so does Fairy Peak by accident. And that'll stop the goal, but Zamway now blocks it and keeps it in that Giants half. It just doesn't stop here as the attack continues for Vitality. It's been a good minute and a half.
There it is. Oh my goodness. The Alpha 54 out of nowhere, the pressure, you called it beautifully, Yummy. For the last minute and a half, it's been Vitality, Vitality, Vitality. And they do get the equalizer through Alpha 54. Unbelievable stuff. Minute 20 on the clock. Scores are level. And as we said, series, no, there's a huge whip, but Stake's got to be able to touch this one away. Oh my goodness, Yummy, what are we witnessing?
Man, I saw State going up for that, and I've seen you play too many times. I was so worried about that own goal, but he gets that away to the side. If Fairy Peak, if Renault Vitality play the way they did in the last 2 minutes, they beat anyone in this competition. Can they do it right here? Fairy Peak was looking for the redirect. Next goal might just win this, as it is a tied game, but there hasn't been a lot of goals, and one goal is usually enough to take it away. Fairy Peak again trying to get it past, but it's going to hang out in the midfield.
I mean, again, it's just who's going to take that opportunity. We saw Fairy Peak. He grabbed the forward corner boost and was able to get a redirect as well, being an absolute nuisance, but you don't want to overcommit as well. It's such a fine line. Alpha gets a shot on, save, blocked out as well. Fairy Peak's lurking downfield. He wants to force the goal, but here's an opportunity. Infield pass comes out. Fairy Peak's under it, does get the touch to the wall. God, the defense has to be on point right now. K-Dop's in trouble, does get the save, follow up, dunk again. K-Dop with a huge double save, keeping Vitality in this game number 7.
Oh my goodness, Stake has really stepped up in this last minute, defending 1v3, almost setting up a goal in the mid as well. It looks like it's going to be another Game 7 overtime, 2 in a row for Vitality, unless it stays up, it doesn't. Vitality going again to Game 7, 1 goal to get to the grand final.
Vodafone Giants so happy to just kill that one, but right now K-Dop, he's going to be on the ball, and look at Itachi. This is what they've done all series, Yummy. They've just been bringing that presence, that control, that speed, and now there's an opportunity. Shot comes out. What a save from Alpha, just doinking that ball along the ground, keeping Vitality alive here. Next goal might win. Fairy does get the dunk out, and Vitality now, they're looking to push forward.
It could not be any closer to this. The closer, in fact, that goal as well that Alpha 54 just kept out. It's a big breakaway here potentially for Giants, but a massive clear from Fairy Peak. Gets it past one. It's going to fall there for K-Dot, but he just has to hit it away. A rough touch here from Stake. It's a fake out as well from Alpha 54, but it does still land in Vitality's favor. It looks scary here for Giants as a double commit happens, but it works out as the touch was good enough. Another counterplay from Alpha 54. There are members from Vitality waiting for these clears to occur, but they aren't waiting that far back. Zamway rushing it down. 2 players in defense. They avoid the demo, get that one away. Vitality have been taking possession, but it's just one moment in time that makes all the difference in this series. Is that the moment? It's not. K-Dot can't get it in.
Huge defensive plays there from Itachi in particular, and now might be the chance. Can he get a bomb? No, he can't. Almost locking in the W there. Zamway tries to keep it in. Stake's gonna not really want to pinch it that way. Now Fairy Peak, this could be open. No. Oh, there's a whiff coming out. Could be a pinch. Everything is happening right now, and everything is happening right now. Stake does get the clear. Minute 30 gone in this OT. Touch has been missed. Fairy Peak does get the clear. Alpha will be able to follow this one up for Vitality, and he's up in the air. Might get the dunk. Yummy, what are we witnessing right now as Vitality attack?
Scary moments for both teams. The ball has been floating in front of their nets for a while. That one's on! What a save by Zamway! He keeps them out. No way that they can score a goal from there. Man, Giants just hold on once again.
Unbelievable scenes as State tries to keep this ball in. The counter-attack is almost on. Huge dunk there. Has to be a read. That's a miss. That's a miss. That could be the goal. No. Kadov puts it wide. Would you believe it? An opportunity going begging for Vitality here. Game number 7.
We have to change the name to Chris Miss at this point in time. There's so many open nets being left aside. Vitality now, they need to finish this one. They've had missed opportunities in abundance. Stake will find Itachi here. Itachi looking to get past Fairy Peak. It's in defense for a while for Vitality now. No one pushing forward just yet for Giants, but the demo will happen. And Stake is going to move across looking for a demo, but it's Renault Vitality now on the attack. Alpha 54, room for a double. He hits those every day of the week, but so does Zamway with a read off the backboard.
Huge defensive read right now from both teams. Stake gets a little bit awkward on the ceiling as well, but he manages to get a double dunk, which is huge. Alpha takes it upstairs, takes it really upstairs, right up into the attic, but Zamway's up there to read it as well. 3 minutes gone in this OT. Next goal wins. Next goal moves on to the grand final. And next mistake might lose you this series.
Oh man, it just seems to be solo players coming out now. Nobody wants to commit too many members. The passing plays that happened before between Vitality starting to break down. Giants not pushing somebody super far forward in order to look for a redirect or a demo. A double demo comes out with Kadop and Alpha both getting in the mix, but doesn't matter. They've both respawned. A chance here at Stake. We'll be looking for the play. It's right in front of it. Redirect by Itachi. It's still hanging in front of Vitality, but that was so close.
Unbelievable play there. I love the creativity. That's what you're going to need to win a game number 7. Didn't quite pay off, but perhaps this time it might. 50-50 comes out. Zamway's going to have time and space. Demo might come out. No, Alpha 54 just gets up to be open. That is open. That is open. And Stake puts it away. Vodafone Giants move on to the grand finals.
A Stake through the heart of Vitality. They've been slayed by the Giants. A reversal of the script, a Game 7 overtime, and may I say, the new clutch team of EU.
Let you all just catch your breath right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to a break straight away. Grab yourself a water. We're going to analyze this beautiful series right after this.
What is up, chat, and welcome back to the Rocket League Summit 2. Championship Sunday is certainly delivering. It's your boy Smellsworth, and I am here with Yummy and CJCJ. Hats off to the players in that last series, and hats off to you two. That was extremely riveting content. Anything specific about that series that really surprised you? Did your MVP pick live up to the standard, Yummy?
Well, my MVP pick has changed. It's now CJCJ. I think for somebody who doesn't cast on the regular, that was technically an impressive casting session. No jokes at the very end. It was just the best gameplay that could possibly be delivered. And I'm afraid to give anyone the MVP when it was such a back and forth, crazy close series.
That was
CJCJ.
crazy.
Yeah, what sticks out to you about like maybe the Game 7? Did you black out or do you remember things?
I blacked out. I mean, as you said, the gameplay sort of spoke for itself. I was just enjoying some of the best Rocket League in the world there. I mean, that was incredible. And as you said, no one really stood out because everyone was so even. Everyone had moments in that series that really stood up. And also, at the same time, everyone had some moments that they probably would want to forget. But yes, what a crazy series. And, you know, we all three of us, we all predicted Game 7. And I'm pretty proud to say that we all got that right. So well done, everyone.
And Giants won. So I know you and Stumpy were making a lot of fun of me before for big upsing Giants, but you know I'm right as usual, CJ. You know? Can you at least admit it?
At this
Yeah, I
point, it's
admit
just
it.
a habit, right? It's just a habit for you. It's all you do is get things right.
A broken clock's right twice a day, basically. But at least like I've got the same sort of record as Gibbs at the moment.
Wow. So no Chris misses for you then.
Well,
That was beautiful.
It's not really that great when I just reuse your stuff, is it?
no, I love it. I love it. That's like going to a Metallica concert and Enya are playing. You know, it's not quite as good as the real thing, but you got something at least.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I knew you were gonna figure out a way to fit that one in at some point. At some point.
Shout out to my boy Hysterics. You're now in China, but I'll always love you. You know.
Well done, and congratulations to the Vodafone Giants for moving on. They defeated a very strong-looking Vitality, not the same Vitality that started the tournament or has been we've seen as of late. They really did put it together, like Fairy Peak said they were going to, and that was a very strong showing from them. And now we get to look forward to the Vodafone Giants in the grand finals versus Dignitas. Do you guys have anything quick to say about that matchup?
Well, I will finish it off by saying I think actually a very disappointing result, obviously, for Vitality. 2 games, 7 OTs that they couldn't close out in a tournament, in a bracket that doesn't have BDS or top blokes. So maybe are on a little bit of the decline. But Giants have made the long run, and they just need to continue that momentum.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, folks, make sure you stick around here because in typical Summit fashion, we have some juicy content prepared for you, followed by a short break, followed by a super banger grand finals. So please stick with us and enjoy the Rocket League.